my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alton, the Comic Collector Geek, and I'm joined with my good friend Mark from Suddenly Comics, and
Hi.
we are the Price Variants. And this is the show to watch because we're going to talk about one of the biggest sales, well, of the year. We say the biggest sale of the year
I think the
because
biggest
it's,
sale of the last 18 months.
yeah, I would say so. It's like it was massive. It was a massive sale that happened on Heritage Auction. Now, every so often, Heritage will have what they call their prime auction, or I think there's another name for this auction, but it's their big auction that they do once every few months, and they advertise it quite a lot, and it brings in the biggest buyers in the market, and they bring the biggest books in the market and the highest grades. So this is a pretty massive sale. And I'm going to show you the top 10 books from that sale. So this should be a pretty interesting video.
This is
So
amazing.
let's get into it. Yeah, let's
This
get
is
into it.
amazing. Hang on to your hats, guys. Right. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start off with, what are we starting off with, Alan? Not that. We're starting off with this one, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is
So
Action
it's,
Comics 252.
yeah. First appearance
And
of Supergirl.
yes, and in a 9.2. That's a
Well,
very high
yeah.
grade for
And
this
when
book.
you say a 9.2, Alan, it is worth pointing out this is the only 9.2 in existence.
Yeah. So and is it the top grade for this
It's the
book?
top grade of this book, yes, and there is only one.
Wow. Okay, so top book on the census and only book at that high grade. So yeah, that's pretty major, and it's a character that's fairly popular. You know, Supergirl. She's pretty awesome.
50,400. 50,400. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, there's only one of these, so I don't think it's ever sold before. Oh, yes, it has. No, there's more than one. No, yeah, was I right about this? Some more than one of these? I don't
Oh,
think.
is there more than one?
I don't think there's not many.
You click see all the grades. You can
There's
see all the
four of them.
grades, and then
Sorry, I was wrong. There's four of them.
oh, okay, so four of them. Okay, we're
However, this
it's
is a record sale.
it's
Uh,
a massive record from what I can see. That
well,
line
so the
looks like
last one sold in 2015 for 45,000, and this is sold for 50. So yeah,
okay, not a huge uptick actually. If you think about it, it's only
no,
five. It's only
it's
10%
8 or 9
over.
years later, but it's still a record.
Yeah. So 10% over 10 years. That's so. But
Yes, but if you look back at 2011, it was 25,000. So you've doubled your money in 12 years, which is not bad.
yeah, yeah. So it's done well. Um, this is a great book. I mean, I really love this book. I don't have it in a 9.2, but I do like this book. So yeah, that's a good sale. So I think it's just one that you don't see that often. That's why whenever it does sell, it just sells for a new record. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
There are four of these. There's only 1,147 universal grades. So, as we say when we discuss DC Comics, much, much rarer than Marvel keys of a similar age. Right. Next one. Vampirella. I couldn't believe this when I saw it, Alan. I just could
Uh,
not believe this. This
you
is
know it's
Vampirella, 9.8 from 1969. Okay. I
yeah.
I was a lot. I was 10 years old in 1969. I could have saved my pocket money up and gone and bought it.
Buy that.
I don't think my
They're these
mum would have
couples.
been very impressed with me buying Vampirella issue one when I was 10. I'd have probably have to have hidden it under my bed, which
Hmm.
wouldn't have kept it as a 9.8 probably. But anyway, 78,000.
Yeah. So what's funny is the guy that bought this actually reached out to me because he likes my videos. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I have a secret to tell you. Yeah, I know that you like Warren comics, and
Yeah.
He's like, I just bought this book. I'm like, wow, I'm actually going to be talking about that book on Monday. It's like,
So did
it's
he
so weird.
email you or did he ring you up or what?
He reached out to me on Instagram.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting.
Is he a
So
long-term collector or is he just is
I
this
think so. Yeah, he had some other pretty major Warren collectibles, and he also collects SOTI. So
well, would you have advised him to pay $78,000 for this, Alan?
so the logic behind it was that it's there's only I think there's only two graded at a
Well,
9.8,
let's have a look.
and one has a bit of color rub. So this is the better of the two. So it's like really the best of the best kind of idea.
Right. Okay. However, Alan, the last sale of this was for $13,000. So this is a humongous record.
Yeah, I know.
This is
Uh,
like four to five times the previous record.
yeah. And what was the previous record?
13,145 in
But
2016.
what 2016. So that's, things have changed in that time period. It seems like a bit high. I would have I would have thought more in the $30,000 range.
It's
20 to 30.
$78,000. That is just an astonishing sum of money. I
Mm.
presume there must have been two or three people bidding for this.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, as I said, this is the best of the best copy of Vampirella number one. But how much is the 9.6? Like, was there any more recent sales that we can look
Yeah,
at that
let's have
kind
a
of give
look.
us understanding? Like,
Let's
why?
overview.
Because I know that Vampirella has been
Right,
kind of hot.
you're right, there are only two copies.
Mhm.
9.6, most
This
recent
is
sale was in November last year at 18,000. So still 78,000. You might say 36 to 40, but 78?
Yeah, usually the most you'll get between a 9.6 and 9.8 is like 3x.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like difference.
yeah.
So that, yeah, that's really high. You know, it is what it is. Like, if two people really want a book, sometimes people overpay. I think this was a bit of an overpay.
I
Maybe a
It
bit
must
of an
be
overpay,
surely. I mean,
but a great book.
is there going to be a trickle down effect into the rest of the damper out into the other grades? You'd have thought so.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Because I mean, I always felt like Vampirella number one was undervalued. I just think like I've actually had two or three copies in my collection at one point. And I was always picking them up really, really cheaply. They're hard to find, and you know, uh there are a lot of Vampirella collectors out there, and it always was weird to me that they were so affordable. But I think that's changing. I think this definitely will affect the rest of the market. This sale just happened, so probably, over the next little while, everyone's going to be digging out their Vampirella number ones and trying to get like four times what the previous sale was for it. So it'll be interesting.
Well, what a big sale. Okay. That's definitely the biggest record we've reported on in the last 18 months. Okay. Let's go on to the third one here. This is a regular here. Um,
Mhm. Yeah, we see
Journey
this
into
one a
Mystery.
lot.
We do see this one a lot, but not at this high grade. This is a
Yeah,
9.0.
I
Uh,
know.
80,200. Somebody got their checkbook out last week, Alan.
Yeah, so this is Journey into Mystery number 83, first appearance of Thor
Yeah.
and Betty Ross and what else? The other guy's name. What's the guy's name? Something Hammer Ross or whatever it is.
Um, Dr. Don Blake. No. Anyway, it doesn't say anything else on the cover. On the
Oh, okay. I,
uh, yeah.
I thought it was like a bunch of the characters from Thor. I might be messing up the names. I might be totally wrong. I'm thinking Hulk actually. That's so funny. Um, so first appearance of Thor though. Pretty major book. I
Clean,
was,
clean copy.
yeah, I mean, this is beautiful.
Right. 80,265. Let's have a look. Can we have a Marvel key?
You
Uh,
get a record sale. This would be a big one to get.
no, we can't. I don't think. Oh, can we? Wait a minute. No, the last sale was at 105.
All right,
So this is
a
down a bit.
little bit down. When
Well,
was the
it's
last
quite a lot down
release?
actually. If you paid 105 for this in June 20, oh, is that a COVID price? June
That's
22?
a COVID price.
That's a
Yeah.
COVID price. Yeah, you're right.
So it probably hasn't sold since COVID.
No, so it's
Probably
actually
nobody
up a
wanted
bit.
to touch it.
It's actually up a bit on the pre-COVID price.
Yeah. So this is it's gonna show the COVID bump again. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it is what it is. Like, during COVID, everything went crazy, especially Marvel keys.
this is
So
back to pre-COVID price,
yeah.
effectively. Yeah,
Well, it's a shame that it couldn't get a new record. I'd love to see a Marvel key get a record. I think
we're gonna,
we
we're
need
gonna
that.
we are going to see one, Alan.
I think so. I think so later in this video. Um,
Oh,
but how many on the census? This is
how many? How many? There are nine O's. There's 17 of them.
and there's 2,400 altogether,
2,400 all grades. Yeah,
which is rare for Marvel.
it is quite
Yeah,
rare for Marvel. Yes. Yeah.
I think it's because it was mid-run. It's like
Yeah.
fairly late in the run,
Exactly.
I should say.
Journey into Mystery 83. You know, who's buying Journey into Mystery 83? It's only Journey into Mystery fans, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, but it was such a great book.
And there's half the number that you would normally get on a Marvel key here.
Mhm. So yeah. So is this top of the census?
Is it? I imagine not. I imagine there's a 9.2 or something.
Yeah, there should be a higher grade.
Yeah, there's a 9.6. There's 11 9.4s, and yeah, so it's not top of the census. There's 20 higher graded copies.
So that's probably why it didn't perform as well. Like, I think there can be a bit of a situation where the people that would go to this auction would want the best of the best.
Yeah,
And they're willing to pay up for like we just saw that with Vampirella.
yeah.
They're willing to pay up for the best of the best. But if this is not quite there, like even though it's a pretty amazing book, you might not get the numbers that you
No, it did
would
all right
expect.
though. It did okay. It did
Yeah,
okay.
it did okay. I mean, at least it's a back to where it was
Pre-COVID.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Right. Here we go. Another cracker. It is Fantastic Four 9.8. And it's another key comic, of course.
And this is the best of the best. This is a 9.8. Um,
First Silver
and,
Surfer and Galactus.
and it's a beautiful copy. I mean, it's a 9.8.
I mean, how many 9.8s of this are there? I can't imagine there's many. Um, Beauty. Right.
Mhm.
96,000. Surely that's a record.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
it's not. It's not. No,
I wouldn't have thought so.
no. It's not far off though, Alan. The record was 108 and COVID. So 196 was not bad. That's not bad at all. 98.
Yeah, I mean it's still way above pre-COVID, and
Oh, way above pre-COVID. It's up here somewhere. It's not far off. 198 from 100. It's only 10K off the COVID peak.
yeah, that's actually a good sign. That means it's
And
almost like
it's up
a
on the last sale. The last sale was 93, so it's 15,000 up on the last sale. So yeah, not
yeah.
bad at all. That's a pretty healthy sale, that is.
Hmm.
Six, yeah. It's last
And
sale.
how many of these on the census?
How
Are
many of them are there on the census? Where is it? 43 of them.
43, and then how many? 43 9.8s. That's a lot of 9.8s actually.
It's a lot of 9.8s. But it is Fantastic Four in its heyday, isn't it? There's 9,600 of these, Alan. This
Wow.
is a very heavily graded book. I don't know why it's so big. I mean, it's high. If you go to 49, there's half the number.
Oh yeah, so this one has a little bit of history behind it. What happened was they found a warehouse sale. Warehouse. It was a warehouse find
Oh,
where
okay.
there was actually a lot of high grade ones found. So you can see why the census is what it is. And I think what they did is they sort of dripped them onto the market in order to keep the price high.
Okay.
So yeah, it has a bit of a warehouse element to it where where they
Okay.
found a lot of copies
So
of
we
it.
are hitting records, but we're not hitting records with Marvel. Right.
But still, great book. I mean, first Silver Surfer, first Galactus, in my opinion.
Oh, brilliant.
Um,
Yeah, now, yeah. One of my favorite little sets of books, 48, 49, 50.
mhm.
Right, here we go. Avengers for 108,000, first cap in the Silver Age. Is that right?
Yeah, yep. Such a major book. It's such a great cover too. Like,
It's
like if
great.
you're gonna showcase a character, this is the way to do it.
Yeah. This is Kirby at his best.
hmm Such
Beautiful
a beautiful
cover.
book.
Look at this.
Yeah.
9.8. I mean, that is, can you
And
imagine you
is
were
it
around
white pages too?
60, 64? I mean, you'd seen that on the newsstand. You'd have just gone, well, here's my 12 cents, mate. I'll have a copy of that.
Yeah, and also it's a white pager, so it's just like the perfect copy of Avengers 4. It's just
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't know what everybody was doing with their 12 cents back in 1964, but why weren't you buying Avengers issue 4? Right, because now it is worth 108,000. Okay, so what do we reckon, Alan? Is this a record?
I'd say it's down actually. This is a rare book.
Oh, it is down.
Oh,
It's a lot down.
it's not much.
No,
What was the
not
previous?
much. What did we say
Oh,
here?
oh wait, go back. That's wrong
Oh,
book.
sorry, I put wrong one. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah. Uh,
108,000. And what was the past record?
130 was was the last 132 was the last sale 4 months ago. That's 22,000 down.
Yeah, that's pretty
What
considerable down.
that's a big
Didn't
down.
do that well. And then what was the COVID high on this book?
COVID
What was
high
the
was 143. Oh no, no, there wasn't a COVID high. There was no sales over
oh?
COVID. So
So this is actually before COVID sale,
yeah,
and so this is way
that,
down.
yeah, that 143 was a pre-COVID sale. This 132 was a post-COVID sale because it was September last year. And this is really
Wow,
somebody's got a bargain here at 108.
it's like a steal. Like I mean that's crazy. That it's down like consistently down. Um, and that I mean that could be because like pre-COVID, you're going into the highest point for Captain Marvel as a character. Now he like what thing will Captain America be in? Probably nothing. They're gonna come out with a new Captain America movie, but it's not Captain America, it's
No, it's
Falcon.
Vulcan. Yeah.
Um, so maybe that's why. I don't know. That seems very surprising. This book would actually be dropping.
That's dropped a
Um,
lot.
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Right. Okay. I think that's 5 comics on your channel, Alan. I think the highlight for me was the Vampirella.
Yeah, I mean that was beautiful. I think it's cool to see it go for so much, and yeah, bit of a shocking sale in my opinion, but it's still a great one.
And Alan advised the person here to spend 78,000 on this.
No, I did not advise him. He reached out to me after buying it.
He
So
took post-purchase. He wanted somebody to say he'd done a good job.
yeah, yeah. I mean I like the book. I would love to have it in 9.8. I think it'd make a great birthday gift. My birthday is coming up soon, so just
Yeah,
saying
I
that.
hope you told him that.
So yeah, so okay, so we'll do the next 5. So you'll notice the numbers are getting bigger. So on Mark's channel, we do the massive sales. These are the really, really big ones will be on Mark's channel. So go over and watch part two on Mark's channel. The link is in the
Make
description.
sure you do come across and watch part two because there are some simply astonishing sales. If you thought that Vampirella one was amazing, there are a couple of really astonishing ones in the next five.
Yeah,
So
it gives you new faith in the market. Uh, the comic market. They
definitely, if you've got
did
a
really well.
question about the state of the Silver Age comic market, you need to come and watch the next five on my channel. Okay,
Okay, bye for now, guys.
bye bye.